Thank you guys for reminding me about the sound. Apologies for that. Oh man. Okay, I will get better. I will get better at this. The last position that you saw where I played rook takes knight and then had a pass pawn, this was like very nice. So, you know, these pass pawn tactics are really paying off. And basically I was just showing you guys a rapid game that I just played where I reached this end game where I'm slightly lower on time, both similarly rated. But I felt like I really outplayed my opponent here because at this moment, I didn't go too greedy with going after this pawn immediately. I played rook e5, just strong holding these pawns. And then I activated my king, and this is the idea, right? Like, if I can use my king to support this pawn and win this pawn, then I've got really good chances, right? My king is supporting the pawn I'm trying to promote. And then after, this is the other thing. I thought maybe I should have played a4 already, but I was already trying to play quite quickly. But my opponent helped me by playing rook a6. I played a4, he played c3. And now I played king h5, of course, because I don't want to be in the way of my pawn. And I played g5. And yeah, at this moment, I wasn't sure if like I should like play something different, but I thought, you know, with 1 minute 26, I just have to go with my gut. So I played king g4. He played rook a5, and I thought this was kind of weird. I thought maybe he's playing for some c4 idea, but I thought this can't be good because I've got rook e3. So I continued with my plan. He played c4, right? So at this moment, I played rook e3. I played king b4. And here I played rook b3, and he played king c5, which is forced. And in this position, I spent like 10 seconds. Maybe I should have spent even more. But okay, I mean, if you spend even more than 10 seconds here, you might just get flagged and lose, right? So, you guys have got 10 seconds. Welcome Yevgeny, welcome Alvin. Pass pawn tactics pay off in games, and I would be a 2490 if my pass pawn tactics were better. You have 10 seconds starting now. Black to play and win. So, with 10 seconds on the clock, the problem with this position is that there are so many candidate moves. There's taking on b2, there's taking on g2, there's taking on c4, there's pushing b4, and there's pushing g4. So, I had a very panicky scan of each of these moves, and I didn't see any of them that were winning. So I decided to play it safe and take this pawn, where I felt like, you know, my opponent could go wrong, right? He could take with the rook, in which I was thinking I can take, and then I'll have this pass pawn, right? So when I take on g2, it felt like it's somewhat tricky. But in the end, it actually didn't work, because after rook takes b2, they took with the pawn, and after I take, they take. And we end up just having this equal kind of pawn race. But yeah, I missed the win. So anyone want to hazard a guess, like what I could have played? And I saw the win, but I didn't. I missed one key detail of the line. Like, I was really trying to do my best to calculate. So with my 10 seconds on the clock, in fact, guys, this is the winning move, b takes c4. And what I hadn't understood was that I thought when king takes c4, my rook would be attacked. I would need to take on b2, and they take here, and I felt like this would just be a draw. We both have one pawn left. But what I completely overlooked was that when the king takes, my pawn is temporarily protecting the rook. I must have just looked at a line where somehow I'm losing this pawn, and this rook is on pre. So I think it was just very messy, my thoughts, and I thought takes, and I would have to move the rook. But the point is that actually takes, I can play g4. And the difference being here is that, yeah, they can take on a4, but I take on b2, and this pawn is gone, and I am just completely winning. This is just game. This is just game. You could open the settings menu to hide the moves on the right. Yeah, I could do something like this, right? Yeah, that's a good idea next time, Giannis. But yeah, b takes c4. Yeah, it's just really good. I mean, I just could not calculate in time, and then in the end, actually, it was kind of a time scramble at the end. And luckily, I'm just, oh my god, like for a second, like holy crap, like in this position, imagine had I just played king here. I think I would be losing this, right? I think I would be losing this because the point is they queen with check. Oh my god. So in this moment when I just moved my king, I literally wasn't looking at the queen square. This is just complete stroke of luck that, yeah, this is just a good square for the king. But yeah, this is always the whenever you're moving the king in out of the way of this pawn, you must decide where to put the king and look very carefully at this promotion square. Do not put the king, well, obviously not here because it blocks the pawn, but yeah, absolutely not here. The hamburger menu, bottom right. What's the hamburger. I see. Okay, that is actually very smart. I have never thought about doing that. Nice. Actually, Janus, by being on the stream, you've just reminded me I need to submit the Fonciel team. So I'll do that tomorrow. You can play, right? But yeah, crazy game. I missed the chance. To be 2490. This would have been a huge game on the road to 2500. But alas, our pass pawn tactics are not good enough. So what I thought we could do today, actually, it's been a decent day in terms of, I mean, I actually dipped a bit and, I'm literally just picking up the pieces, but okay, like at least we're picking up the pieces, right? Like, yeah, it could be a lot worse. I don't want to shout out anyone in chat, but yeah, chess can be rough when you start going on a tilt. But yeah, what I thought we could do today is we'll continue with the pass pawn tactics, but I'm just gonna do normal difficulty because actually the puzzle I got wrong today, like this one, I don't think b takes c4 is like a 2700 tactic. I think this kind of tactic would be like within the realms of normal difficulty. So I just want to get consistent at getting these right. Now I realize this isn't actually a pass pawn tactic. Unfortunately, this is just an advanced pawn. But hey ho, we'll do it anyway. Actually, no, we're not attacking chess today. We're not attacking chess. I want to just do pass pawns. I'm doing pass pawns. That's the point of the stream. So, okay, let's try and solve this one. So every time we get like a non-pass pawn exercise, then I'll just switch the difficulty so we change tactic. Hello, Dave the Rave. Welcome to the stream. Okay, you can play. Great, Giannis. Okay, black to play. So let's evaluate the position and then find the winning move. I feel like I'm really sharp right now just because of the games I played. Like, I feel like I'm seeing a lot. So, and thinking very fast as well. So basically, we've got bishop pawn for the rook. This rook is on pre. This king is very weak compared to our king. And yeah, the candidate moves involve bishop takes rook, maybe bishop check, maybe rook check. Maybe rook check here as well. So I guess we've got like 4 different moves. Bishop takes should be checked first. King takes, of course. And then the question is, can we actually create something here? And my feeling is no. Like, let's say we play a move to defend. I mean, technically we could... This is interesting as well, right? Like, okay, firstly, let's finish with this thought. So my feeling with defending this pawn, it's not going to end too well because white is going to basically be able to win this pawn. And I feel like my king is actually very inactive. Like, it's going to have to take a long time to get round. And in that time, I think white's won the pawn and we'll probably get their king back. But we can very quickly calculate this. Let's say they go king d3. Let's say king g7. Let's say king here. Let's say king f6. Let's say they take, king e6, king c4 and we're not coming out. So the intuition was good. But one interesting line is, what if we play this? And I think the issue here is that if they take on b3, I think this is just a draw. But if they were to push h4, the point is we could play b2, and this would be winning, right? Because the rook can't take, because we can check and win the rook. So if I was playing like a blitz game, my time was short, I would just take and play rook h1 and have winning chances, right? Because they take, and I try and grind out this 3 versus 2. But I doubt this is actually winning. Like, so what other candidates do we have? We've got some checks. We could give this check. The king moves here or here. Let's say they come here. This looks better. And do we have any continuation? I mean, our pawn is defended. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, how about this check? Because this one doesn't interfere with us taking the rook, right? We could give a check here. For instance, if king here, then this would be wonderful, right? So check, this is forced. Ah, no, the rook can block as well, so we could give a check. The rook can block as well. And that doesn't look so good. I mean, we could then give a check, the king can move. And finally we had this check, but again, this doesn't look too promising. I don't know. I guess pushing the pawn should always be a candidate, but I don't see why that would ever work. We just take it. I mean, as it stands, I would probably just take this and play for this, right? But I don't see it as winning. That's my problem. Like, definitely it's advantage, like slight advantage, but... I'm not going to check chat just in case someone's had the answers. So yeah, feel free to give the answers, guys. And discuss between yourselves, but... I'm looking at some more candidates as well, like if this is any good, like trying to get the king in some kind of mating net. I don't see it. I don't see it. I really don't. I'm gonna take it. Oh my god, it's right. Well then this was my only idea, to be honest. Because I feel like this it doesn't really work. Like king f2 looks fine. So, I'd imagine this is the idea. Like, am I really missing something? I don't know. I think this has to be played. Oh, we're not calculating properly. We are not calculating properly because this is actually really, this is a lot deeper. Or is it? Because I'm suddenly realizing if king here, maybe we can push, right? So maybe in this position they should push, but then we lose one tempo. And is that tempo all the difference? Could this tempo be all the difference? Take, 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 and king here. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. So in this position, we just come here. And the point is that, yeah, if they try and bring the king in immediately, then I think we can push. And this looks very promising. So this is the thing I say to one of my students. I won't name and shame him, but basically he can calculate. He's got the ability, but he just doesn't, right? And it's kind of what I'm experiencing here. Like, you know, I can see this. Like, I saw it as immediately as I was told I was wrong. But it's like when you don't know that your move is wrong. But I should have known it was wrong. Like, yeah. How many subs left to reach 39 minutes? This is a very good question. That's way too much math. We can work out. I've been trying to get to 2300. Been trying to get to FIDE Master. That would still keep us at probably we need to be a decent FIDE Master. Okay, decent FIDE Master 2310. This is the goal. You know, I actually lost subs in the last few days, I think. So we're regressing as you do when you get close to 2300. So yeah, this is the struggle. So got bishop takes e2, king takes e2, rook b1, king d2, rook h1. Ah, interesting. Throwing in that move. But yeah, I'm not... Yeah, Alvin, you say never mind? Yeah. Feels like you have to take the rook and then rook b1. And follow up with h4 something. Nice, Yanis. Congrats. Ah, the pawn wasn't on b2 yet, right. The pawn's still on b3. Why can it only win the pawn by trading rooks, which always loses? Well, it draws if we start heading with the king immediately, but that's the point. We've got h4. So I think that must be it. Let's have a look. Yeah, and now incredible. What? I thought this was winning. Maybe the trade is winning, but maybe... What else are you supposed to do if you can't trade? Oh, you can just push b2 and then play and move the rook. Okay, that's a simpler win, but I feel like king g7 wins as well. Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I literally assumed he played king d2, in which this tactic works, but king d3, of course, we give check and then promote. But actually, this is not so clear, because he goes king c2. Oh, God, I hate passed pawns. I hate passed pawns. They're so tricky. I don't even know what that arrow was. Check, king here, promote, takes. And now what? How can this be better than king g7? This is a load of rubbish. It's a load of complete rubbish. I swear if it's this, I'd be annoyed. The hell is this? Maybe this is winning. Guys, how do you do this? This theme is brutal. Sure, it is easier to reach 2900 for me than Magnus. Yeah, 2900 subs is definitely easier than Magnus's 2900, I think. Rook b1, king d2, b2, rook c2, rook g1. Wait, what? I thought in this position we're already playing b2, king d2, and we would already have this. So I'm not sure what that line is. If king g7 just checks from the rook, I don't believe it though, because we can always, like, let's say come check here, check, and then maybe not e6 because we don't want to drop the g pawn. Although I can't imagine dropping the g pawn would be good, given this pawn is so dangerous. But we could even come this way, using the 8th rank to approach the rook. I don't think the checks are bad. Just gobble the pawns, turn one pawn into two pawns. Right, but I played this move and it was wrong. Like, what's wrong with that? I literally played this. Oh man. Oh man. Guys, these puzzles are literally harder than chess. Like, I swear to God. I can't do these. They're so hard. Check. Like, if it's not this, what else can it be? Like, we check first? Oh, we check first and then play this and get the king even further away? Yo, this engine is too smart. This is insane. How is this like an... Oh, God, this is so hard. This should be like 3000. I swear to God, this tactic should be 3000. Rook b1. So if king d3, h4, of course. Okay, wow, other moves were winning as well. That's interesting. I guess you can play h4 at any point, right? Oh, and this is just winning. Oh, and probably you're taking on G3 again, yeah. So we're not trading everything. This would be a... What? This is still a win? Oh, because we still got H4. Right. Okay. So that's why H4 is needed here. And then B2. And then this amazing idea. Because now we win too many pawns. Because the king is too far away. And amazingly, this idea is not working here. Because king d4, and I guess this pawn gets capped. I mean, I thought this would be fine as well, but I guess not. Oh, king f6. What? What in rook b8? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And it's a perpetual. Oh my god. Growth mindset. Yes, growth mindset. Indeed, indeed. I'm seeing some ridiculous chess. This is insane. Insane. But exactly, if I can solve these puzzles consistently, I'm going to get to 2500. Like, I mean, I played like, I don't know, 5 Blitz and Rapid games today in total, and 2 out of 5 of the games had pass pawn tactics. So yeah, like, this is great. Okay. Oh, to be fair, we did do harder, right? That's why it was like hard, right? It wasn't a 2400 puzzle, it was a 2700, so no wonder. Okay, I thought it was just taking the piss. Oh my god. Okay, guys, I need fuel. I need fuel. I'll be back in like 2 secs. Oh god. When in doubt, have a pork pie. What's your puzzle rating on Lichess? You can see it on the left of the screen. It's 2397, and I've lost 20 points in the last couple days. But that's because we're doing the hardest puzzles on Lichess, and it's so hard to get one right. And you basically gain nothing for getting a correct answer. Yeah. Okay, pork pie time. This is going to give us the fuel to get this right. Wait, need to make a note of something. Right, so as always, no guessing of moves until you've properly evaluated the position. I swear to God, if I had a game like this in any kind of over the board chess, my heart would be racing so much. Like pass pawn positions with like 1 knight each, these are like horrendous. These are absolutely horrendous. I promise you, 2 players of my strength playing like some time scramble with this would both make a blunder. I guarantee. Like, there's no way you play this perfectly in a time scramble. Okay, so white is 3 pawns, black is 2. This could be relevant, since this pawn might be able to make some progress, but then, okay, it's quite far away, so maybe it's not so relevant. Another thing to notice is that, basically, our kings are supporting our passes, and the knights are trying to like defend each other's passes, right? Now, if you've studied any endgames, you might know that there's kind of square. So the knight is kind of doing a good job of protecting, preventing the pawn from becoming a queen. Like, of course, the knight might need to sack for the pawn, but the point is it can't become a queen. Now, this position may be slightly different because our knight is controlling the square, right? So, for instance, if we were to come here, there's no check because of this knight. So, this is a pretty serious threat. And yeah, I think in this position, white pretty much has to play b3 because if they move like king a6 and we play like king here, I think any kind of b6 is just too slow. We could take... Oh, but then they can push, they can queen. I mean, we'd have a knight advantage, so that's probably something. So if here, king a6 here, and if, yeah, this would also result in the same kind of deal, where both sides queen, but we have a knight, so that's probably fine. So the real critical test on king c6 is whether they can just push b6 immediately. This is the real test. And my thoughts were maybe I could play this very cheeky move knight e7. Although then that does allow for the knight to make the square, right? So if king c6, my idea with knight e7 was that if white were ever trying to queen, I could always give this fork. And my idea was that maybe if king a6, then I could play knight c6. And maybe I'm somehow holding a draw. Because again, I'm doing some kind of similar square, right? Where I could play this, and then suddenly I've got this square. In order to draw. So, I feel like maybe I've got some drawing chances here. If I play this. But maybe I don't want to draw. And also maybe I don't even have a draw. I don't know. I don't know. Like, oh, this is so hard. This is so hard. Because you have to calculate. You literally don't have a choice, and I hate calculating. I hate it. But this is the point, right? This is literally the point. I accidentally looked at chat and I saw my instinct is e4. So that's my bad. I encourage you to keep writing. But yeah, this is what I haven't done, right? I've been delving into this king c6. But very naughtily, I haven't made my candidate moves. So, of course, king c6 should be a candidate move, and also, you know, on b6, there's not only knight e7, there's also knight d6, there's also king b7. This needs to be checked, right? This is still something, but there should be some candidates. So, e4 is another candidate. Do we have anything else? I don't really see. I think I'd want to keep up with just king c6 one last time. If b6, let's say knight d6. Maybe they can just push. We can take, they can queen. Yeah, this feels very risky. We can push. Feels extremely, extremely risky to me. For instance, they could even take here. We could promote, they could give a check, and they pick up our queen. So this is the kind of risky business. So if king c6, b6, what if king b7? They just go b7, we take, they queen, we push. And do we have... No. Maybe? No, this... This is interesting, actually, this final position. No, but they could take on e5, we promote, they give a check. They move, they take, and at the very least... this take. At the very least, they have king and two pawns against king and knight. So this is a draw, or they win, right? So probably they win even with how active these pieces are. So yeah, I think king c6 isn't working due to b6. So then we should try our other candidate move. And on b6, do we need to sack the knight? Let's say we sack. And we play king c6. They go a5. We go d6. They sack. We take. They go a6. We push. Push. And we queen and we control the square. That's a very nice line. I think we have to take the pawn. And they probably have to take us. We can play king c6. And do they have anything else? Check is a kind of weird, annoying move. But then we can play king b7. I think that looks really good. Because if takes, then we can push. And I think that looks really good. So this definitely feels like the way. Because, yeah, if king c6 is just met with b6. I mean, king c6, b6, can I take? I don't think... Is this the same or is this different? If I push now? What's the difference? a5, I push. a6. I push. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. e4 e4 was good because I had this line where we go king c6, they go a5, we just push. Yeah, and I gave this line where they take and it wasn't good, but why can't we do the same with this? Takes and then play e4, what's the difference? Oh, what's the difference? Guys, this is so hard. It's so hard. What is the difference? Maybe on king c6 there's even this move? I don't quite believe it, but my idea is maybe they can come here. But surely not. We can push the pawn, they sack, we take. They push, we sack, we push. Oh, but this would probably be a draw, right? So maybe king c6 is met by this. But then we can always play king b6, knight here, and then king here. Oh, it just looks really good. And the knight comes back, but then we can start pushing this. But then maybe... I don't know. I don't know. I actually don't know, guys. I actually don't know. Guys, is it time for Ip 2 again? The under 10 US champion. Like, I swear to God, I have no idea what the difference is between these two moves. Does e4 allow another move? Does e4 allow another move? If we take... It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. What am I missing? Is c4 like some candidate move that we need to consider? Like, is c4 something big? Because if that's the case, I don't even know. You can play c4 against both both moves. I don't even know. Don't even know. Let's think in terms of Krasenkov. Does he give any advice for when you lose the will to live? I mean, I think he said, like, when you can't find your solution, you need to lower your expectations, right? But the thing is, here, it looks like both moves are a solution. And we know that that's not the case. But the thing is, this is unrealistic to a real game because you'd never not know that a move doesn't work. So in a real game, you would just play one of them and either it works or it doesn't. Whereas actually we have the knowledge that one of them doesn't work. And we need to somehow decipher which. And Krasnogov doesn't give anything on that because it's just not realistic. Like, you don't have it in a real game. You don't have it in a real game like this. I mean, King C6 was my intuition. So, that kind of makes me want to go for that. Let's find out. Let's find out. I wanna die. What's the difference? Oh, and the point is King C6 is not working, so that's the reason. Right? Like, both of them are... Yeah, maybe that should have been my clue. Like, both of them leading to the same position. Of course, this isn't going to be right. So actually, first we should understand why this isn't winning. Why isn't this winning? Maybe this check is really annoying? I don't believe it. Even King D6 is fine. Wherever the knight goes, we can just come here. This is fine. Why is King C6... Okay, why is King C6 bad, guys? Okay, loads of comments in chat. Let's go. Yo, chess is difficult, man. This is literally way too hard. It is actually too hard. Does offer a draw count? I wish I could offer a draw. I wish I could offer a draw. Like, I don't want to play this. But literally, this is the thing. I would be a 2490 right now if I could solve pass pawn tactics under pressure. So, I need to be better at this. I literally need to be better. Instinct is to just net Edward. Send Edward up the board. So, yeah, both of your instincts are better than mine. You guys. Your heart is beating so fast even in the opening for over the board. That's not good. That's not good. Yanis is given some crazy line. Let's see if it's right. So, e4, b6. Knight b6. King b6. King f3 is what I played. a5. e3, knight e3, king e3. Yeah, this is what I calculated, right? h2, a7, and queen. Yeah, so this is what we said, Yanis, but this is wrong. Hate to break it to you. So, e4, b6, knight b6, king b6, and something weird like king g5. To avoid checks and prepare e3. Yeah, Jenny, if that is correct, you ain't human, man. You ain't human. What the hell is king g5? I am sorry, but I refuse to believe that's a human move. Like, Yevgeny, you are literally such a beast. If it looks like the right move. Like, now you say it, but holy crap, man, what a move! There's no way. There ain't no way you found king g5. That's so smart. You just go e3. And you just go there. So what were we missing in this line? What were we literally missing? Maybe they push? And maybe we've got a tactic here? Like check? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, sure, king g5 probably wins, but why is king f3 wrong? It's unbelievable. Oh, I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. Here. I actually think king g5 is right, guys. I actually think king g5 is right, but I have no refutation to king f3. Yeah, Jenny says no way I might be right. Is king f4? Guys, how do you even work out the difference between king f4 and king g3? Like, literally, it's all the same. It's all the same. Why does... God's sake. I like how two 1600s played this in Blitz. That's a really nice observation. Yeah, these two 1600s, maybe I should just message them and say like, I hate you, and just don't give them any context. And then like, you know, they can do some investigation, they can check my channel, they'll dislike all my videos, and they watch the stream and they realize that they're on the stream, and then they realize, and then they sub. Maybe I should do that to like get these two to sub. I don't know. King F4 more accurate, yeah. King G5 and Knight H2 tricks, for God's sake. Right? Like this is so nasty. Guys, this is just nasty chess. This is nasty chess. This is horrific. It's actually horrific. But what Knight H2 tricks? Oh, we're just gonna play this? Like, that's, like, completely findable. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Yeah, this is incredible. This is an incredible find. Guys, we should just play, like, correspondence on stream. And we will just play as a team. Would that be against correspondence rules? Like, chess lifestyle team? I feel like we'd be so strong, like, correspondence-wise. Like, holy crap, guys. King F4. What an unbelievable find. I don't know how you guys do this. And then here, probably we want to take. I mean, it would make sense, I think. Wow. Anyone finding this? This is like the most insane 2800 puzzle. Played 221 times. I wish there were stats on how many people got this right. It's unbelievable. Yeah, King F3, I guess, yeah, you're just yo, C4. How interesting. I was like suspicious of this. If B6, Knight B6, King B6, and King G2, wow, this is the win. I mean, didn't I say this at one point? I think I looked at this line at one point, but I don't know. This is very difficult to see. Wow, so C4, yeah, this was annoying. I didn't really have an answer to this. But I also thought, yeah, if we just play E4, they can also play C4 here. Wow, and E3 is working out? Are you kidding me? And this is just working, yeah, of course. And no Knight H2 checks as long as we don't go to G5. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think team correspondence is just vote chess. I see. Right. Yeah, King F4. 7 exclamation marks, at least. GM Yevgeny in the chat. GM Yanis. Yanis got the King F4. Yevgeny had the inspiration to find the idea, but this was Yanis's King F4. Yeah, didn't think enough about King F3. What was the actual refutation to King F3 again? I don't even remember. I don't even know if we found it. Like, I literally don't even know. King F3? A5? Are you serious? Is this working as well? What? Oh, but this... Oh, no way. This is just a draw somehow? Are you kidding me? There's no way this is a draw. This is a draw? This has to be winning. I'm sorry, I'm not losing this. I'm not drawing this, I mean. How? Don't tell me this is somehow like I can't avoid the checks. Like, I know Queen A1. This is ridiculous. Wow, this is ridiculous. I need to properly study Queen endgames because, like, my intuition would be... This would be lost. Right. So the point... Jesus Christ. What's interesting about this isn't the only draw. King H2 is really clever as well, I think. Because now if you take, then you're blocking the way of the pawn, right? And now this is a different story. But still, this looks so promising. Like, Any human would be happy with this. Stupid puzzle. I want to downvote it. Can I downvote it, guys? Can I downvote it? D for downvote, U for upvote. Give me some reactions. Like, I think this is such a human. I realize this is actually a draw, but human, this is a win, man. This is a win. But the reason is king f4 is that king f3 white will promote with check. I don't. U for upvote. For God's sake. God, you guys are too nice. It's such a bullshit puzzle. Okay, what I'm gonna do... No, it's good. Okay, fine. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do, like, change my setting to normal. So that next time I can just do some normal puzzles, which are still gonna be impossibly hard. Let's try and finish on a win. Let's make this the last one, and then I'm calling it a day. Enough chess for one day. Okay, black to play. So let's evaluate and then let's try and find a move. So I'm not evaluating, I'm just calculating. This is the thing, right? If you are like tired, out of focus, tilted, it's like you literally can't even follow the basic rules that you have repeated to yourselves a million times. So yeah, it's crazy. Like, to be able to, you know, be on complete form, this is just such a skill. It's just such a skill. Which is why, like, kids actually have it easy when it comes to chess, because they literally don't have any doubts. They don't have any stress. Nothing matters. That's the way to play. Right, okay, enough philosophy. We have a bishop against a rook. Our king is supporting the passed pawn. And we need some candidates, right? So pushing the pawn is, of course, one candidate. Bishop takes g4 is very cute, so that's another candidate. Maybe king here is another candidate, but I don't really believe in it. So let's go with that for now. Because of how cute it looks, I want to just try this. If king takes, push the pawn. If king here, and this should be a loss for us, I think. Yeah, of course, they just come here. What am I talking about? It's completely losing. Maybe pushing the pawn is something. Oh, guys, I'm so tired. I am so tired. This like calculation is insane. Like, I feel like this is like the real work. We've come to day 18, and we're finally putting the real calculation work in. And I think if we do this for 100 days, firstly, my head is going to be bigger. My brain is literally going to enlarge, and I also think, like, yeah, my chess is going to be so good. Like, this training is so good. It's so tough. It's so tough. Okay, let's think. Push. There's so many candidates. There's just so many candidates. It's unbelievable. So for the record, if pawn push and rook takes, king takes, I think black is winning there, because I don't believe in pushing this pawn. We can just take on a4. And I don't think any push or takes on h6 are going to be working, because we can just play bishop here, put the bishop here, cover this square, bring this king back. This is a winning. So pushing they can't take. Let's say they push. Let's say we take. Let's say they take. And if we queen, they can take, we can take, and then they push and they win. So this is actually very critical. What happens if they push? Here we can take with check though. Take with check. But that kind of feels losing actually. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because if we take... Oh. Wait. Push pawn. Take... And maybe we can play bishop d3? Maybe that's really smart. That's winning, actually. It has to be this. There's no way it's not this. Right? There's no way it's not this. Nah, it's gotta be this. It's gotta be this, guys. It's gotta be this. Thank you. Thank you. What? And they just take? How pathetic. How utterly pathetic. How utterly pathetic. This has to be the move. There's no way there's anything else that's good here. Right? We just take. We come here, we just go bishop here. They come here, we go bishop here. They come here. Oh my god. And then they push. And they take. Okay. Telling a 2400 pass pawn puzzle that it's utterly pathetic. This is utterly pathetic to assume. Ah, god, okay. Take. Take. King here, king here, king here. Oh, okay, hold on. Here. King here, king here, king here. If king here, then we can go king here and we win. So if we take king here, which way are we going? We're going up the board, right? So can they try and like play king here, and come here? Then if we take... No, we're winning this. We're winning this. We're winning this pawn endgame. So I'm pretty sure we just take everything. Take. That's why it's very useful to know your basic pawn endgames. Yeah, I think this is winning. Yeah, because... Oh my god, we ended on a positive. God bless. God bless. The point is that, yeah, this is a really famous situation where it looks like white is defending the pawn and will win this pawn, but this is a very famous configuration where it's actually Zugzwang here, because white would love to just skip a move. If you could pass in chess like you can in Go, this would just be a draw. But in this position, it's Zugzwang, white has to move, and then, yeah, we can win this pawn. And the point is the king is going to be in front of a pawn, and this is winning, like, no matter what happens. And yeah, even if white wanted to try and stay ahead, the point is they can't come here. If they could come here and then play here, this is a draw. But in this position, this is a win, because we can now outflank. We can come forward. Nice, let's go. Yeah, if white does not sack immediately, you probably have bishop d3. Fantastic, fantastic. Remind me of the key square rule. Yeah, this is the key square rule. I don't know if that's what you mean by the key square. But yeah, like this is actually corresponding squares as well. That's another word for this. So these two squares are corresponding. It means if black goes onto here, white goes onto here and wins. If white goes onto here, black goes on here to wins. So these two squares are corresponding, and if you can spot corresponding squares in pawn endgames, then you can navigate them much better. And on that note, we have finished on 2400. Look at these results, guys, for today. Look at these beautiful results. No tilt on our 2484. And we have made some gains. Finally, about time. Thank you for this follow, Gray Sensei, on Lichess. But yeah, basically, I decided to play today before streaming because I felt like I was slightly more alert. And yeah, just really focused. I played some warm-up games on my alt account, just got in the zone. And that's the other thing as well, like, if I'm playing like Blitz or Rapid on my main, then I want to play Bullet on my alt to just get fast, just to see stuff, just play fast, and then I can like think faster and play better. So guys, I think that's all from me today. Thank you guys all for watching and solving these difficult problems with me. Yeah, terminology, they're also called mind squares. Yeah, not mind squares, mind squares. Mind squares because like M-I-N-E, because it's like stepping on a landmine. That's why they call it mind squares. So yeah, probably you heard someone say mine and heard it as mind, but yeah, mine squares. Reader section, hell yeah, Josh. Like, keep up the grind, man. Like, if you've got the energy, yeah. Like, honestly, any chess content you consume, better than nothing. So just keep learning, keep playing, and and gains will be made eventually, like for sure, for sure. Right, that's all from me. See you guys tomorrow. Adios.